What is good, you guys? Welcome back to Cream TV. Today I want to reflect on my experience battling what I call post-high school anxiety and how my journey's been thus far. With the Cream College anime arc ending this summer, I just been thinking about how far I've come and I just want to talk about it. Maybe this story will help some of you guys. So let's just start at the time where I decided to start having anxiety. Because anxiety is a mental thing. It's not something that I caught like cooties. So anyways, the story starts senior year of high school, probably the second or third last day of school in my senior year. I'm in theater class. I was a theater kid. I loved having that outlet to express my quote-unquote creativity and whatnot. So we're sitting in class just talking about life as a group. And my theater teacher asked us individually, in front of everyone, what we were going to do with our lives after high school. Now, when that question arose, my heart sunk in my chest. I haven't even given that question so much as a thought. And everyone in class, even kids 2 or 3 years younger than me, answered them with their dreams and stuff, like becoming doctors, actors, nurses. And then it got to me. And then I just panicked and gave some smart-ass answer because I really didn't have anything that came to mind that I wanted to do. Or could do. I mean, my GPA was a low 2.5. I always scored high on tests, granted, but I couldn't be bothered to do any classwork or homework. My mind was focused on living in the moment, being a jackass during class, drinking and smoking with the boys, just about every day throughout senior year. I shrugged off the question, saying, I'll figure it out, I'm only 17. And sure enough, graduation comes around and life was a lot different. No school, our old squad kind of disbanded, everyone either prepping to go to college or entering the workforce. And I was at home, playing my Xbox during the week and partying on the weekends. It was about early June after graduation when I realized I needed to do something. That same question my theater teacher asked me haunted my mind. I was so scared because I didn't know how to do anything. I was desperate for a job, but I had no confidence in myself to be able to do a job properly. And then out of nowhere, one fateful day, during early June, I started sweating. My heart began beating really fast. My legs were shaking, my mind and thoughts were racing. I was having my first real panic attack. Now, I never had bad anxiety before this and didn't know what was going on. I was a theater kid. I never had any anxiety. I would always just go out on stage and act a fool and not care what anyone thought. So I began pacing around the house, freaking out. I thought I was losing my mind and legitimately going insane. And I did what any young teen would do in that situation. I started Googling my symptoms, what was going on, and then realized I was having a panic attack. Now, knowing that I wasn't turning into a psychopath eased myself a bit, but I was still really on edge. And every day following that, I started having panic attacks throughout that entire month, even extending into the following month. I was miserable, and my people didn't really want to put me on meds because they thought it was some kind of act or I was just being overdramatic. So they just told me to deal with it, and I just had to deal with it. In August, early August, my 18th birthday rolled around. My panic attacks were virtually gone, but my anxiety was really bad throughout the days. A week or so after my birthday, I landed my first job as a cashier at a grocery store. I was super excited to finally have something going for me. And then I was beyond scared of having a meltdown at work in front of an entire store of customers. The thought of that just drove me insane. I thought my life would be over if that would happen. But my first day rolled around. I got trained on the register, and I actually performed really well. I ended up not having any anxious thoughts once I was behind the register taking customers. I got through my first few weeks, nothing really significant to talk about. And I'll make another video talking about my weird retail experiences and whatnot. But I ended up applying for the spring semester at my local community college and ended up getting financial aid, so I didn't have to worry about being in debt, and thus begins the Cream College arc. I still deal with anxiety every day. I've come a long way since this story. It's been about, what, 5 years? And, yeah, anxiety is just one of those things. It doesn't go away, but I still make the most of my life. I do my best. I'm always finding ways to challenge myself, to get out of my comfort zone and be great. One of my outlets to do this is YouTube, making these YouTube videos. You know, sometimes it's really hard for me. I choke up in front of the camera or the microphone. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I love making story times. I love writing these scripts and just talking about my past experiences and whatnot. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Cream out.